Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? Is your man Theo Brother? Yeah, we here. We are in here. Yeah, we here. We here. I hit the start button. We're not going to act like that. Ronnie, what's going on? Ronnie is the first one in the building. What is going on, Ronnie? Yes, we did that. So we are talking about Black Panther Blood Hunt. Yes, we gonna revisit it. Why? Because why not? You got the comic books at home. We did the reviews already. You read them and everything like that. I thought today would be actually, you know what? I ain't even gonna act like that. So, 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 yes, we are gonna talk about Blood Hunt, Black Panther. While that was an idea that was floating around in my mind, I got to give credit where credit is due in regards to Miss May Kent. What's going on? I got to give credit where credit is due in regards to the video that we're about to do today. I want to say to the Rock With Me Nation, we have the great pleasure of having an industry insider. Yeah, you know how folks like to say they got industry insiders and stuff like that. Well, this morning I got hit up by an industry insider. Right. Off the heels of the video that I did yesterday. Thank y'all so much that pulled up yesterday. Had an industry insider hit me up. And wow. That's all I can tell you is you be like, yeah. You get all kind of good stuff. You get all kind of good stuff. And I will be giving us that information at some point. What I will confirm to you is this. Two things to take away from the conversation I had with my industry insider. Two things. The first is that if you are a diehard Black Panther fan and you showed your natural behind about the video game that everybody and their mama could be Black Panther, contrary to what was put out there, they got me. Hey, you saying too much. I don't do that. Contrary to the information that was put out there in regards to why the video game was canceled, the video game was canceled because of you. Yeah, you scared them off. You need me to say that one more time? Yes. I'm getting this from my industry insider. If you are someone who was taken to social media raising holy hell about a Black Panther game that featured everybody and their mama as Black Panther, it's your fault. It's your fault. It ain't had nothing to do with that other stuff. They were like, no, we're not even finna take a chance on it. Now you can take that one or two ways. You can take that one or two ways. Because they're not him and they're not us. They really don't know what to do with him. They have an idea what they want to do, but the minute we start chirping, so also giving credit where credit is due to my industry insider. Complaining on social media is not enough. And blindly complaining on social media has absolutely no impact. As a matter of fact, based on our conversation, the mindset, it has the opposite impact. No, mheroes at marvel.com, okay to print. This is some great coffee. Shout out to Plant Poppy. Did y'all get that? mheroes at marvel.com, okay to print. Be explicit. And when I say explicit, I don't mean using profanity. I don't know why I feel like I got to say that to us. We're all adults, right? Be specific. What you want. What you want. Be specific. mheroes@marvel.com. Okay to print. Don't let our aunties and uncles and grandparents that used to write letters back in the day outdo us in email. Right. What you saying? What I'm saying is don't let it be where they wrote more letters than we write emails. That part right now. So let me get caught up with these notes and everything like that. I thank y'all so much for pulling up. Yeah, had a great conversation this morning. Yeah, so rock with me, nation, comic book fans. The athletes ain't the only ones that's got some insight. Right. Well, we got that. Also, something that I got from the industry insider while we do all this and everything like that. Now, I don't know who. We may or may not find out at a later date. We got Ronnie J and Miss Becky in there. I'll take that news as a victory for Black Panther. That's what I told that's what I told our industry insider. So yeah. So industry insider, there is a Black superhero out there that's powerful. Powerful. And one of the companies wanted to nerf the hero. Wanted to nerf him. Hey, buddy too powerful. And a writer, someone fought for the hero. Like, no, we're not doing all that. We ain't. No, that's who that is. What that is who that is, and who that is what that is. We ain't doing none of that. And because of that, we have as of yet to see said hero. Take from that what you will. So I go back to what I said. mheroes@marvel.com. Okay to print. Be very, very specific. Tell them what you want. Tell DC what you want. Be very, very specific. Leave no questions unanswered. They make it so ain't nobody got to make no assumption whatsoever. You want the power company? We want the power company. We want a brand new chocolate version of the dynamic duo. We want a brand new version of the chocolate. We want a chocolate version of the dynamic duo. You're going to have to say that. And when you're in social media, you're going to have to specify that, put pictures with that and everything like that. So folks cannot sit up here and act like what you're saying ain't what you're saying, because that's what they're saying. They're acting like what we're saying ain't what we say. No, you heard what we said. So, and I would urge us to not even entertain stupid people, i.e. those who are going to get your talking point spread all over the place. Nope. Keep that thing refined. Keep that thing on point, on statement, on task, on mission. Stay right there and be very, very specific to these companies what you want. That should be our talking points going forward. And be knowledgeable with it, because some of them think you don't know. So shout out to my industry insider for that information. I appreciate that so much. We have industry insiders in all formats of media. I don't think, because we can be critical all day long and everything like that. You absolutely can be critical. But if you're wanting to develop relationships with these writers that extend beyond just the comic books and everything like that, then you're going to have to, a time is going to come when everybody has to protect their own, right? So much like we find in other forms of entertainment, somebody is going to come to you with some information. You just need to keep your damn self. Somebody is going to come to you with some information where you can put it out there. Nobody's name needs to be attached to it. So kind of it is what it is. So shout out to y'all this morning. I appreciate that. Very revealing conversation. And that, person, by the way, is by and large, to a degree, I got to give it up to him, credit for today's video, because they are a fan of Cheryl Lynn Eaton's work. Yes, good God Almighty Jesus. They are a fan of her work. And we both asked the same damn question. What is so sad? we both asked the same damn question. And shout out to them. They were like, we could talk about this all day long. But you know what? Let's shine some light on the writers that have given us what we wanted in regards to our favorite character. Salute, 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 salute. Now, to those of y'all that pulled up, thank y'all so much. We about to jump off into this puppy. Now, y'all have heard me talk about this series quite a few times. I put this series, folks, you feel free to disagree. I put her run, even though it was short, right up there with Jeff Johns' version, retelling of the Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, this to me was the same type of world building I got with the Sinestro Corps War. Yep. This was the same type of world building I got with Blackest Night. Yeah. Gave me a whole new take, because Blackest Night was just what? A whole new take on zombies. Zombie this, zombie that. No, give me something different. This was something different on a vampire story. We don't need to act like we hadn't gotten vampire stories before in Marvel. We have. We have. This was a different take. Shout out to all those writers that contributed to the Bloodstorm storyline. But in regards to Black Panther, Blood Hunt, if you rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. You at your house, you bought those comics, they within arm's reach, or you got to go downstairs, you got to go upstairs, you got to go to another different room to go get them. Take the time right now to go get them. Because I got mine right here. I got mine right here. And I want this to be us, not just me, us. So if you got them, go and get them. Go and get them. We sit up here, kick the bobo while you do all that and everything like that. Matter of fact, here we go. Turn around and get mine. Go ahead. Shout out to Karami Horn. Got to give it up to the head door instructor herself, Miss Karami Horn. Thank you so much for the protectors of Wakanda. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good looking. Yeah. If you got yours, I got mine. Go get yours so we can do this thing together. Go get yours. Because as I said to someone, I don't think we realize how much we got in 3 issues. I don't think we realize how much we got in 3 issues. And it might be some stuff that I overlooked, right? Might be some stuff you overlooked. So let's look at this together, right? Let's do this. K Civic, what's going on, big time? I see you in the building. Yes, Blood Hunt. Cheryl Lynn Eaton and Farid Karami. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that, y'all. Yeah. That's that adhesive right there. That's that adhesive. Let's keep going here and everything like that. I want to make sure everybody get their time to pull up, have some fun. We're going to do this thing together. We got Kamoyo King in the building. What's going on, Kamoyo? Ronnie K Civic in the building. We in here. Let's ride. That's what K Civic said. Tonight. Don't doubt it. Yeah. We in his thing. Listen. First of all, can we give it up for the cover? Wait a minute. Hold on. Theo, don't do it. No. Y'all see something? y'all notice something? You might not. I said let's look. I said we might not have noticed some stuff. You see what I'm saying? We might have overlooked some stuff before, but no, we finna go do this. We finna have some fun together, right? We said revisit Blood Hunt. That's what we said, right? Y'all see that right there, y'all? Mm-hmm. That's beautiful artwork right there. That is. That is. That really, really is. It'd be nice if we could get the action figure. Speaking of the action figure, shout out to Artman Customs. I'm still waiting on my Bass head sculpt. Right. And we already got an idea what physique body sculpt we're going to use for that. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all, yeah, Bass with all the different colors, red, green, and yellow. Yeah. That's the head sculpt we're working on. So what we got? Now, mind you, this run starts after what? Dr. Eve Ewing's run, right? We reading T'Challa is an Avenger, written by Jed McKay, right? At the end of an issue, Blade run that blade through T'Challa. That's what happened. And so we like, damn, you do that to him. So we here. And mind you, the story in and of itself, Blood Hunt, started decades ago, right? Over there in the Blade comic book, Marvel comic books. I don't believe you're going to let the vampires run around forever in the Marvel comic book universe in the 616. Might I offer a suggestion? When you read, because you will, do Blood Hunt Part 2, you got to tell folks how Varney got Blade again. You didn't say that. There's nothing. There's no. We know he traumatized. We know he suffered from PTSD. So clearly Varney took it through some stuff. But that's not his story format. So when you do this story again, not again, but when you because you're gonna have to put the vampires back where they at. When you do it, open the story up and say with the words in the past or previously, years before, because we want to know. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. We got T'Challa. Now last we saw him over there in the Avengers, he had got, for lack of better terminology, shanked. Here, this is beautiful artwork. Can we do this again? Can we do this again? Like, Karami is putting his foot all up in this. Like, we just need to understand that. We got T'Challa on the run in the Djalia. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. That's the magic number. 4 Panthers after him. How he get in the Djalia? Don't know. But last we saw, he was in New York. last he saw, we were in New York. And he in the Djalia, he getting fronted by one of the Panthers. I know damn good and well you ain't came up in here afflicted with vampirism. You must be out your damn mind. Yeah. To defile the dominion of Bass is a trespass not easily forgiven. You have sullied her line. A debt must be paid. Yeah. First of all, think about that for a second. Because he's the avatar of Bass. What I took from this was like, she was insulted that he even let himself get taken like that. Like, this what you're doing? Like, no sympathy whatsoever. No, you afflicted. How did you let this happen? You declare yourself a champion of Bass, a protector of Wakanda. You have brought only death. Can we break that down? Because what I've come to realize is that you can be a misogynist all you want to. The women that's doing Black Panther stuff, they know they ish. They know they ish. You feel how you want to feel. Wrong. But they know they ish. Because I sit here and I look at this. Well, what is T'Challa? The king of the dead. How Eric sneak up on you again? that's a wild moment because we tell folks he has abilities, powers. They're just not written consistently. Doesn't he have superhuman hypersenses? So he didn't detect the blood COVID in there? He is the king of the dead. He ain't summoned no backup. That Black Panther is asking a great question when you know what that dude capable of. When you know what he capable of doing, you asking the same damn thing that Black Panther asking. How this happen? How explain to me like I'm in the third grade how you got jammed up with every ability that you got known to man under the sun. How you got jammed up? That's a great question. Great question. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. We got Kamoyo in here. So the Panther says, listen to me carefully. For when the demon comes to question his thrall and he will seek you out, he must know this above all else. Wakanda will never fall again. It is known, my brothers, we are slave to neither man nor God. You don't even know what she's talking about when she write that right there. You're like, whoa, whoa. You say Wakanda will never fall again? When did it fall? So you saying Bass gonna come, not Bass, you saying Barney or Blade gonna come from him. And because he need to be your messenger, right? I get it. He need to be able to say above any and all else, no, they ain't going for that. They ain't going for that. Yeah, they say no, they say no. They said no, they're not going for that. Bass was in his ass over getting bit. Yeah, man, 38 hot, pissed. Cutting my dog, no slack, no slack. And my dog wake up in the Temple of Bass. You was just in New York. Like I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't think New York and Wakanda in the same in the same country, let alone next door to one another. I don't think that. But my dog is in Wakanda. He wake up. Blaze gift, marked by the day walker to scurry through alleyways as an unwelcome creature of the night. Blaze gift. So my dog essentially he snuck back to Wakanda, made his way back to Wakanda just to be discovered by a Wakandan priest. You know, we ain't halfway through issue 1 yet. I'm just letting it be known we not halfway through issue 1 yet, and she putting a lot of funk in it. First of all, once again, Farid Karami work he giving me this the Temple of Bass right here. Like that's his artwork. The Temple of the Temple of Bass. Like that's the Temple of Bass. Like that, I'm just his artwork along with her man. Look, so we get the priest. Y'all ain't supposed to be there. We won't get into why. We won't get into why. And he called the guards. And we got T'Challa. Folks like to talk about showing his physical attributes and everything like that. Fighting skill and everything. Yeah. T'Challa knifed through all the guards. No casualty. None. Question. You ever seen the priest? You ever seen what they look like? You ever thought about, while we know Bass has a temple, we ever gave some consideration to who might be in there? She did. She did. She gave some consideration to who might be in them. Because how long has the character been around? And if the character been around since that time frame, safe to say Wakanda been around for just that damn long too. Safe to say. Safe to say. You ever seen the priest? Did you even know they was in there? You know, it kind of makes sense when you think about all the movies that we watch, Egyptian movies, the mummies and everything like that. It's always priests in there, right? Right. So we know we got this going on over here in Wakanda, right. We never, we're not halfway through the book yet. Man sounds like a black mom fussing at the child in this part of the story. Yeah, and mind you, it wasn't him. Watch this. It was his uncles. Yeah. Man sent the boy, go get him. Go get him. Cause go get him now. Yeah, you right, Ronnie. It was the grandmama sending her sons out there to go talk to the grandchild. Yeah, come here. Come here. Yeah. You pissing mama off. You pissing mama off. You bringing trash to mama's front doorstep and every damn thing like that. You need to get it together, especially considering what mama gave you before you left here. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. What's going on, Gray? Super producer in the building. So we got that. T'Challa is able to make it do what it do without harming anybody. It's crazy because some folks would say he is, but I would chase one royal born as if you would chase one of the royal born as an animal. I'm your king. Stand down. Now, mind you, because T'Challa has been bitten by a vampire, right. He commands them to stand down, and they do that. They do because he got it like that. He got it like that, and he walked right past the guards. Not to be confused with the royal guard, not to be confused with the Hattusaraze, not to be confused with the Dora Milaje, not to be confused with the Midnight Angels. He walked past the guard. See how we do that? You got different factions. Folks swear it's only one, but clearly, did I say she know what she talking about? Then we go from there to burning Zayna, the golden city. We're still in Wakanda. We're still in Wakanda. You see, I don't just say we in Wakanda. Burning Zayna, yeah, right there in Wakanda. We're still in Wakanda, and we get the astral form of Blade pulling up. Yeah, Blade a full form. Yeah, Blade is a Blade. See, this is what I love about this. I was so, I don't want to say impressed, but I love the story so much. I wanted shout out to my brother Daryl because he did an excellent action figure review the other day. Iron Fist. He was actually talking about a story when Iron Fist got into a fight with somebody, and he used the action figures to tell the story. And it was, while I watch action figure reviews and I watch comic book reviews and everything like that, I had never seen somebody do what Daryl did, use action figures to do the comic book review. Mind you, it was something that we had kind of talked about last year when we went over the Blood Hunt storyline. Like, man, damn, that's a great storyline. That's a great story. We wanted to use action figures to bring that story to life. Now, I said that to say this. Because if you're going to do a Blood Hunt storyline, right, it starts with Blade. So you can't really do that without having Blade as an action figure. The storyline also includes his daughter, Bloodline. Well, ain't nobody really gave us no Bloodline action figure. That don't mean you cannot kit bash / customize your own. Or in this particular instance, have somebody send you an action figure. Well, not have, they do it out of the kindness of their own heart. They send you an action figure that they've already customized. Your wife, who is a huge Blade fan, they send her an action figure inspired by her. So you low-key have your own bloodline action figure. Right, cool. So that's how we felt. We wanted to replay out this particular storyline. Anyway, we do find ourselves in Burning Zeta. And what do we get? The Adze, mother of pestilence in Wakanda, putting hands on folks. Slaughter, well, I say putting hands. She ain't got no hands. Pincers, legs, talent. Yeah, she ain't got no hands. Well, right off the rip, maybe for whatever reason, when I look at the Adze, mother of pestilence, I shifted right back to Ta-Nehisi Coates' run when he gave us the Intergalactic Empire storyline. Remember the forerunners, the forebearers, the first ones or whatever? Kind of resemble something like this. That's where my mind went. Now, I don't know whether she, and mind you, she ain't the one drawing it. I don't know whether, you know what, hell, we're going to go ahead and say it. It's safe to say Mr. Farid Karami is a Black Panther fan too. Like I don't think we do enough sometimes crediting the artists as being knowledgeable comic book fans as well as the writers. But you know what? We need to not do that in this particular instance. No. Both of them, clearly, if you look at it, are Black Panther fans. So when I look at his artwork, and just to let y'all know, this would be the Ozzy right here, I'm asking myself, am I supposed to be triggered? Am I supposed to go back to Ta-Nehisi Coates' run? Especially when you think about how Cheryl is going to tell her story. Right. We get T'Challa. T'Challa make it do what it does. He takes down the pestilence. Somebody's bleeding. He is a vampire now. Somebody's on the ground. Yeah, they leaking. They leaking. And T'Challa, I just want to say this one more time here. Hey, Theo, no. I don't want to say I'm being petty, but anybody notice this right here? Put this right here. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Like, you see that? I see it, you see it. Now, some of us are gonna sit and say, well, that's because he's a vampire. Yeah, you can say that. Except those of us that's been rocking with him before, we remember a 4-issue series where he had green cat-like eyes with pronounced things. That's what we remember. So it's actually a comic book. This 4-issue series set out there. Marvel Unlimited is $9.99 a month. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, right before T'Challa gives in to his bloodlust, Shorty pops up. Now, I have mixed emotions about Shorty popping up, not because she popped up. It's just to a degree the presentation. Yet and still happy that she popped up. This is it right here. Can y'all see that? Make sure y'all get that. You know what? Let's do it like this. Shorty pops up just in time to get her brother to yield. Now, if you are an MCU fan, you're not keeping up with Shorty. Shorty is currently the griot, so she's not in the Black Panther costume. She has evolved past being a Black Panther. Now, the reason why I said I have mixed feelings about this is because she is the griot, but this falls along the lines of her not doing what she would be able to do as the griot. Shout out to Reginald Hutland and all of those involved in the evolution of Shorty. sister of T'Challa. This is my custom griot shorty action figure. Shout out to my lovely wife who gave me the confidence to do it, as well as the tools, paint pens. Shout out to Diana Dotto, who told me how to go about assembling the action figure and everything like that. Shout out to Hasbro, Marvel Legends, for providing me with the pieces I needed to make it do so. Also, if you want to know how to create your own griot shorty, I have no problem giving you the information. Just let me know just let me know you want it, and I'll send it to you. I know Mr. Ray Smith has one. I think Gray is working on one as well. So sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So the thing is, Shorty has evolved past being a Black Panther. We got a Black Panther. There's another aspect to our culture we don't know anything about. That's the griot. That's a significant role. We need to think about how we as African Americans, Black Americans, have been able to keep our history alive despite the majority of it not being written in history books or not being accurately written in history books. It's because we're orators. And this would have, mind you, she ain't come across this first. The MCU did a horrible job in letting us know what that is. It is what it is. That said, we do have Shorty hey, pull it back, big bro. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. And she does this part. Now, I can feel some type of way, and this is when I say keep an equal energy. Some folks are going to feel like, oh, Shorty shouldn't have did this. That's her brother. If anybody's going to be able to talk sense into her brother, it would be her. Hunter would have been nice. I don't know what's going on with that, but nevertheless, that was her. But when you should, got the book, you flip the page, and this is the type of sibling love that I'm talking about, the family love, the family dynamic that we're not getting here. I'm gonna take my hand off of that. She sacrifices herself for her brother. She knows he's hungry. She knows he's bloodlusting. Well, take mine. And isn't that what family does for one another? Did I say we ain't even halfway through the book yet? It's so many subliminal messages in this book, I don't even know what to tell you. There are so many subliminal messages, we're not even halfway through. Then Shorty and T'Challa see where the young lady that was bit by Atzi or whatever, she on that foolishness. Now, being fair, right? Being fair. We get this. Being fair, we get this. The artwork is lovely. The artwork is, Shorty pulls out her sonic blasters. Now, mind you, this has been something we've been getting ever since Jonathan Ridley's run. She has powers. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need any electronical augmentation whatsoever. None. She can fly under her own. She can grow under her own. She can run faster than quite a few on her own. She is what's the word I want to say? Resistant to bullet damage. Right. She can call, like T'Challa, she can call on the elders, the ancestors who have fallen before, because she's the griot. Yes, both sister and brother can raise the dead. Both of them. But he gonna do it through his connection with Bass. She gonna do it through her connection through the Djalia. Yeah, that's a powerful armor. They both can raise the dead. Yeah, it's right there. They both. So the artwork being beautiful, the character evolution of Shorty, yes, They're both scientific geniuses. But what I'm seeing too often is we're dialing back Shorty's griot, and she's been a griot for years now. Years. And we're not showing the visual image, the optical, so people can see her doing it, so they know she can do it. We are not, and she has more than one ability. We're not putting it on Front Street, but yes, baby. Y'all hold on for a second. Me and my wife are pulling double duty. Y'all like, what y'all got going on? Well, I don't want to say both of us are social media influencers at this particular point in time, but both of us are social media influencers. I got my phone on 5%. So we making it do what it does when it can do it. There you go, right there. So, love you too. So, getting back to it, both of these characters have various abilities that we're not seeing consistently. And if you don't see the abilities being used consistently, if you don't know they're there, they won't be written that way, and folks will start to believe it is that way. No, Shorty is a powerful superhuman, no differently than her brother, but she's different. Well, those abilities have got to be put on Front Street. But moving from that real quick, because I don't want to focus on that. The focus is the bond between sister and brother. That's what truly matters to me. That's what we don't get to see enough of. We got it right here. Sister willing to share blood, break blood with her brother. That's a powerful image. That's a powerful image. I'm going to keep up with these notes here. We got Maxine Shaw. Thank you so much for pulling up. Shorty to crash out, talking sense to her brother. That's another thing. Shorty is to crash out. Lest we forget, Shorty suffers from her own bloodlust. The crazy thing is, never mind. She has a lot in common with Logan. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. When it comes to playing the radio, Shorty is no different than Logan. She don't play it. She don't play it. T'Challa is the poppy. Shorty to crash out. Yeah. So here we go. Keeping up with these notes. Why are these writers afraid of Griot Shorty? I don't know. I don't necessarily know if they're afraid or if they don't know. And I always, when I say do these videos, do it from the perspective of, okay, well, you're a writer. You're a full-time writer. I'm a full-time comic book reader. You write full-time and you're writing various characters full-time. You're not focused on one character. I am. So let me partner up with you. Now, that synergy, that relationship has to be what it is, a relationship. The writer has to, and based on, and that's part of the problem. According to my insider, our insider, there are way too many of us. And when I say us, content providers, comic book critics, lying. So they don't know who to trust. Whether you smiling in their face, telling them every damn thing they do is good, or saying every damn thing they do is bad, it's real hard. And I get it. Because we out here. When you out here, you see folks just saying, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. They not knowing. Then you hear folks just throwing criticism out there left and right for no reason whatsoever. What did New Edition sang back in the day? I'm sorry. That's too far. Remember that song by New Edition back in the 80s? Who do you trust if you can't trust me? Yeah, you remember that? Who do you trust if you can't trust me? I know y'all like, damn, Theo, you went back. I'm old. If you don't remember the song, or if you're not old enough to know anything about the song, Google who do you trust, New Edition, them lyrics fit. Them lyrics fit. So we got Big Ronnie J. Moshe Baz is in the building. Grand Madam says she's just passing through. She got to do her Grand Madam thing. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all catch that. If y'all not tuning in right now, make sure you catch it on the rebound, on the replay. So like I said, what I want to take, the biggest takeaway for me is this, because we don't paint that picture like it's supposed to be enough for me, where you have both. We doing that one of that other thing. I'm not a fan of that, especially when I know what was intended. We were intended to have T'Challa full time. Somebody else came along and said, you're intended to have T'Challa and Shuri full time. Now, prior to that, somebody gave us Hunter. But if we sit there and we look at those dynamics, you got the older adopted brother, who some might say is more like those who came in the line before T'Challa, because he like, I don't care nothing about that. Like, if you don't, somebody said it a while ago. Eric in the MCU had a lot of Hunter's traits. And if you know the comics, you see they're like, yeah, Hunter is the one whose mindset is the sun should never set on Wakanda. That's Hunter's mindset. Deleting folks without question on behalf of Wakanda, that's Hunter's mindset. That's why it was kind of like one of those things where it was weird to see how folks were reacting gleefully about the world to come. Because I'm like, you're telling on yourself that you're not a Black Panther fan. The guy you should have been championing the cause for to get more playing time on the field is Hunter. That's the dude who you should be looking at. He's been around for a minute. Why are you not talking about him? Everybody want to see Hunter. No, they just wanted that right there. So that let me know where they were coming from. But I don't want to stay on that too much. We get T'Challa looking over Wakanda. Death is visiting Wakanda. Vampires are running amok in Wakanda. And we get, once again, beautiful artwork by Mr. Karami showing the doors. Now that's interesting in and of itself. That's interesting because the doors to a degree are a separate state. But you get them pulling up, taking care of vampires. Not the military police, because Wakanda does have their own police faction. You don't see the Hattusaraze, and they are there based on not Cheryl Lynn, based on Dr. Eve Ewing's run. They might not be organized, but they are there in Wakanda. You don't see them. You don't see them. That's cool. I'm looking at it like the Doras. Did the Doras pull up because they were vampires? That's why I mentioned there are other factions in Wakanda. The military police, they are there. The city police, they are there. The Doras, you would think, would be doing their own thing. But Wakanda is in the midst. I'm going to see, T'Challa is in the midst of Wakanda, and the Doras pull up. Coincidence or not? So they're fighting side by side. You like that. You get T'Challa going into what I think is the Temple of Bass, and he's begging for Bass to help him. Eric shows up in his astral form just to taunt T'Challa. Am I doing a pretty good job of memorizing this story? Because just to taunt T'Challa. And right here. How I felt about a certain line in a certain movie. Y'all remember how I felt? I was in my feelings. I was like, oh, I don't give a damn if he is the president. You need to ask him to step outside. There's this line here. Blade is taunting T'Challa. Look at you, last of the first. You need me to read that one more time? Because I don't know if we fully understood what was said. See, Blade is it not Blade, the character in the comics, is acknowledging something. The writer, through Blade, is acknowledging something. Just think about that. Think about what Blade just said. Think about what was written, and think about everything else the media has tried to put out there in relation to this character. I'm gonna read it one more time. Look at you, last of the first. Well, who was the first? Who was the first? Bass final champion. Perhaps the Bass final champion. I didn't write that. I didn't write that. I know how I feel, but I didn't write that. Bass final champion. The strongest of my scions, however you want to pronounce it. The strongest. Now, mind you, Blade then deleted Doctor Strange as well. Blade didn't put hands on Miles at this point. Yeah. You know how folks keep talking about power scaling this, power scaling that. This person ain't that. That. No, Blade is saying, out of everybody I done turned, you the strongest. Okay, well, let's stop saying it ain't in right. It's canon. Let's stop that. The strongest of my scions groveling here on the ground. Tisk, a puzzling, obstinate son. What does T'Challa say? My dog land now when he says this to T'Challa, Blade, neither one of them are standing up. Blade is kneeling over T'Challa. T'Challa is laying on his back. A puzzling, obstinate son. I want to make sure y'all get this. This is what T'Challa doing. T'Challa is laying on his back. T'Challa laying on his back. Buddy called him son. This the very next image. The very next image. I'm not your son. The very next image. Did I say we got this last year? I am not your son. Message. Now, Blade being who he is, he give us this Heathcliff Huxtable moment. But I am your sire. You know, when Heathcliff told Theo, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. Blade lets T'Challa know, but I am your sire, and you will obey, or we'll see how much pain a man can endure when denied the relief of death. Yeah, he talking that talk. He talk. Do not test me, T'Challa. I like that verbiage right there, because that sounds like something Blade would say. Don't test me. It sounds like somebody heard at the house too. As a kid, don't test me. I think we didn't all heard that at some point in time as a kid, right? Right. You didn't pissed off mom, dad, who they swear don't exist in the black community. You didn't pissed off mom, dad, grandmama and them, granddad and them, auntie, uncle. Don't test me. Don't test me. Yeah, what Blade telling? Either you find a temple that your God, whoa, it's a temple. Either you find the temple that your gods have hidden from me, or I'll raise Wakanda myself to get it. Pause. Come on, pause. Pause, full pause. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Up until this point, when you thought about G-O-D in Wakanda, did it have an S associated with it, or were you just right there with the G-O-D? Let me ask a question. Up until this point, had you went, because we know, we seen them. They don't never say nothing. We seen them in Ta-Nehisi Coates room. They don't say nothing. It's in the background telling. Every time you see him, as a matter of fact, when you see them, they be just like this. No personality, no voice. You know that? The only one to do some talking is Bass. So now it's God's. Okay. All right. I see what you got going on. I see what you got going on. I'm gonna keep up with these notes while we're here. Grand Madam say she just passing through. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So you get that where he talking that talk. Who pops up again? Shorty. Now see, this makes sense. This makes sense. You got Shorty pulling up via a drone while she could have pulled up in the version that she is, where she is either one huge crow, a raven, or a giant flock of ravens. She does have other responsibilities in Wakanda at this particular time, dealing with the vampires. So she pulls up via a drone. She asked Shorty. She asked T'Challa, who do you think you're talking to? Now, I just want to take this time. I said T'Challa has had cat-like eyes before, right? Right. Well, when you zoom in here, T'Challa, once again, has cat-like eyes. Now, physical attributes. We would love for them to be drawn consistently. That's got to be something stressed somewhere between the editor who knows the character or is over the character, the writer who's writing the character, to make sure the artist knows, hey, this is what this character looks like. What we experience way too often is the characters just look like generic versions of themselves. Well, this picture right here, if I can bring it back in, this picture right here, I'm gonna move my hand. That reminds me of the 4-issue series with T'Challa in it, where he had green cat-like eyes. Well, I would say to the artist, he either does or he doesn't. But now, what makes sense? What makes sense? If we're going to show the transformation of a human from a regular human to being the vessel of Bass, to being the avatar of Bass, to being the defender of Bass, and he's taking on cat-like abilities, then to a degree, he should take on cat-like attributes to she, see, either or, should take on cat-like attributes to separate themselves physically from those that aren't. So to a degree, should T'Challa or should he, when they be whosoever becomes the Black Panther, have pronounced fangs? Yes, they should. Should there be time? Because I'm asking an artist to do a lot, because with those abilities, he's able to see to a degree like a cat. So should his irises shift between being circular and being cat-like? Yes. If not, just draw him full time as a cat. He is the Black Panther. He could be walking around rocking some nice ass Wakandan shades where folks can't see his eyes. But yeah, that's if you cannot take it back and forth between Clark spit curl dangling when he ain't got his glasses on to when he put his glasses on, oh, everything is pulled back. If you can't do it like that, commit to it. But yes, beautiful artwork once again by Farid Karami. We get this part and this is some contention here, where Shorty is going through something. She's trying to figure out, now this would have been a nice way to show her scientific ability, her scientific genius, not knowing necessarily how the writer was told to do the story, though. We have to always bear that in mind. Vampires are overrunning Wakanda. Shorty is seeking a solution. She's talking to her brother. She's like, hold on. Well, Latveria is cut off. Like, Latveria ain't going through what we're going through over here in Wakanda. I don't think anybody ever said that Liberia was the most scientifically advanced nation on the face of the earth. I don't think anybody ever said that. I also know Zarabari is over there in Wakanda. We sit up there, we know that. So what am I saying? I'm saying that Wakanda shouldn't have had them problems either. But for the sake of the story, I get it. I'm going to go along with it. But Shuri is like, should I reach out to Victor? Let me holler at him. T'Challa like, no, don't do that. She like, what? No. Which, if we're thinking about the story in and of itself, we go back to Jonathan Mayberry's run on Doom War. What did Shuri tell Vic when she was the Black Panther? One of the last things she told Vic, she's not his friend. She is not his friend. She would delete him before hollering at him. She don't like him. Why? Well, he is the reason, indirectly, directly, however you want to look at it. He is the reason why. Let me go through this real quick. He's the reason why Zuri is gone. He's the reason why Wakabi is gone. And he's the reason why her uncle Sion is gone. That's his fault. That's his fault. He was the reason why T'Challa was in a coma in the first place, causing her to undergo the protocols to become the Black Panther. And while she was doing that, Morlan deleted both of her brother's oldest trusted friends. Then when Vic pulled up in Wakanda, finally revealed it was him, he was going to have her mother, think about what we're saying, he was going to have her mother deleted. As a matter of fact, he ordered her execution. If it wasn't for her uncle jumping in the way, Ramunda in the 616 would be no different than Ramunda in the 1999-99. So Shuri has no reason to trust Vic. She has no reason to go to Vic for anything other than to put his head on her mantle. Pun intended. This is some good coffee. So we get the back and forth between T'Challa and Shuri. He's trying to let her know, hey, do not go to Doom. She's telling him our people are dying and you are in no position to make proclamations. He says, I am king. We're king. You are not even capable of ruling yourself. He says she's right. He walks away. He's in the back alleys of Wakanda. Back alleys of Wakanda. And where do we get to again? Ah, damn it. Cheryl putting her foot in it. He's still in Wakanda. Who knew about the Mitsuwa, the Hibu, or the Wakandan Nature Preserve? Who knew about that? She gave it to us. She gave it to us. Mr. Karami gave it to us. Beautiful artwork. We can see T'Challa pull up. It's a Black Panther in the garden, in the preserve. Once again, he's face to face with his namesake. No matter how far he strays, as sure as the Sankofa, he ends up back where he began, in Wakanda. She gave us a lot in issue 1. I don't know if we appreciated it. I found myself going back to Jeff Johns' Blackest Night, Jeff Johns' Sinestro Core War, and I'm here to tell you, you learn something new every time you go back. She gave us a lot in issue 1. She gave us a lot. Ronnie J says, I know that this blood hunt is over, but I really want T'Challa to put his hands on Blade because of the disrespect he just showed him in the book. Well, you know he was under the influence of Barnett. You know, I get it. He was under the influence of Barnett. That comes from Ronnie. Great. First settlers of Wakanda through his mother's line forever tying T'Challa to Wakanda. Cheryl Lynn Eaton was cooking. Yes, she was. Ronnie, Steve, and Sam need. Kamoyo said Steve and Sam need that fade too. Now, as I was talking about earlier, I love the bloodline story, the blood hunt storyline. I wanted to do it myself via action figures. Now, you can have Blade, you can have Bloodline, but you got to have a Varney. You got to have, because that's where it started. You got to have a Varney. You got to get your Varney. Shout out to my brother Daryl, Be Real with D Real and everything like that. Masters of the Universe collection. To me, this Hordak, this version of the Hordak action figure, hopefully y'all can see that. That makes, to me, that's Varney to me. Like if I got to have a Varney in my action figure collection, I ain't mad with having Hordak as my Varney. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. One of the other things that I want to show you, this your fault. And when I say your fault, y'all over there that did the blood hunt, Cheryl Lynn Eaton, you and Farid Karami, y'all made me go do this. Yeah, I said y'all made me. Y'all made influence. Did I say influence? Y'all influenced me to go do this. I had to go get my Blade action figure. Because you can't really do blood hunt unless you got Blade. I'm gonna say unless you got Dracula as action figure. Because you need them too. You gotta have Varney and you gotta have Dracula. You got to. Varney, Dracula, and Blade. You ain't got them, you're not really gonna be able to do it. Now, throwing this on out there before we get off into issue 2. I believe in being constructive, if you will. And we understand that folks are hurting for content. We do. And when I say content, Marvel Studios. Well, one of the things, if I could, I'm just suggesting it, you do what you're going to do and everything like this. But Halloween is a special time of the year. Kids like to go do stuff. I'm still as of the mindset, you know, because you're not going to lose. This is a win. You can't go wrong with this. Where is your blood hunt animated feature? Yeah, because it would cost too much money to do this live action. It would. So, but animated feature for Halloween, take advantage of it. Do you not know you could sit up there and drop like 6 episodes, blood hunt, put everything together, and have folks stay home on Halloween night, be locked right in to their Disney Plus, sitting right there watching their Marvels. They won't move. They're gonna be eating their candy, popcorn, licorice sticks, soda, absorbing. You could literally do it. And how many characters you finna introduce into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm not campaigning for a job, but I am throwing some great ass ideas out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my Alpha Flight movie still trumps the Eternals movie that you did. I don't know what we got going on. Anyway, getting back to these notes. Kamoyo, Ronnie J says, fact that Kamoyo King, and I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet between T'Challa and Sam. Well, if keeping up with Jed McKay's run on the Avengers, yes, Mr. McKay, while I haven't been reviewing, I have been keeping up. He's doing his darndest right now. If you just read the latest 2 issues of Avengers to try and kind of peacefully resolve that relationship between Sam and T'Challa. It's a begrudging relationship where there's a healthy amount of respect and everything like that. So I think folks realize something was done wrong and they're doing their best to try and resolve it without resorting to the ignorance, the inexplicable writing we got before. So that's just me saying. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Hit them likes, please. Thank you if you could. We last I checked 1301. We were at 1302. I don't know what happened. So check to make sure that you are subscribed. You never know. Folks be pulling stuff back. So check that out. From Miss May Kent. Theo, I hope Cheryl writes the main Black Panther comic run. She's a talented writer and great storyteller. Well, Miss May Kent, what I would tell you is this. My insider, my industry insider, is also a fan of her work. And my industry insider said the exact same thing this morning. They wish she was back on that book. They told me a lot of stuff. Like I said, I blew my mind, the conversation that we had. And to you, I'm so thankful that you confided in me. And I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to conduct myself like that's what that is, inside information, and I'm not revealing anything. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Miss May Kent said, DC would have made anime story in a flash, but Marvel, no. You see what they did with Flashpoint. Like, I don't know why I don't know what we got going on, but there's no way in the world, this me, no way in the world I've read Blood Hunt and that ain't in production last year to be out this year. Hold on, let me know, Theo. Hold on. It ain't me. Ain't nobody asking me a damn thing. Cool. Hasbro losing money. Marvel is losing money. There's no way in hell I got a surefire hit like this. And I know everybody and their mama gonna watch it. Why? Because it's a vampire flick off the rip, no differently than Sinners. It already crosses over. Whether you're a superhero fan, Blade fan, it don't even damn matter. It's a vampire story and it's a cartoon. You can't go wrong. You can't. There's no way in hell I'm sitting up there. I read it because I got to validate it first that it's a good story. I'm sitting up there like, damn, we got something. Hold on. I'm hitting up. Hey, we need this animated form. Yeah. Set it up 2025. We doing this. I done already had the ads out there. I'm hitting up Hasbro. Hey, yeah. I need these action figures. Yeah, I need you to drop them indiscriminately throughout the court between now and Halloween 2026, 2025. I need you to indiscriminately drop these action figures, and I need the blood coding. Huh? People say hunking here. I need the blood coding, and I need Varney as a builder figure. What? I need that. Think about the synergy. We sitting over here advertising YouTube, Marvel Studios, all the commercials that we got this animation, just like we do with the DC animation. We got this Marvel and Blood Hunt. Folks already anticipating. The hit storyline from 2025 now in cartoon format is headed your way. You sitting up there looking at clips, blades slicing through people. You looking at the blood code and you trying to figure out who that is and everything like that. You got Miles Morales swinging through. You got doctors. Oh, man, stop it. That would have been easy money. Easy money. They got a clear action figure out there. Too many damn Doctor Strange action figures to say, that Blade, that sit the man, please. Please, please, please. Ain't no way. None. October, they just dropped. This is what they did last year. And if you're an action figure fan, you ain't lying, Theo. We're sitting up there. We got Blood Hunt, and I apologize. We're gonna jump back into issue 2. But just remember when I said I got Dracula last year? Right. They dropped him for Halloween. Not only did they drop Dracula for Halloween, make sure I find it. They dropped Lilith for Halloween. As a matter of fact, they dropped a whole Halloween wave. They dropped Damien Hellstrom. They dropped Bloodstorm. They dropped the brand new version of Brother Voodoo. So they took advantage of the Halloween. They dropped a brand new Moon Knight. They took advantage of, mind you, they dropped versions of action figures they already had out there. This is the body of Bloodstorm. It's the same body. It's the same body. They did give us Lilith. They did give us Lilith. That pays off the Midnight Suns video game that they put out there, I want to say 2 years ago. So you actually do get Lilith. We didn't get it in, no, did we? And did they not drop action figures pertaining to that line? Yeah, they did. So the opportunity was there. It wasn't seized upon. They did act on it. I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we missed that moment. I do. You got too many folks that aren't comic book fans running the company. But I keep saying that. But hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, your money is your money. We wouldn't do that over here. So keeping up, Avengers from D. Steezel, Avengers, Earth Mightiest Hero, Marvel's Lion Gate animation was dope. Absolutely, you missed nothing with that one. So we got issue 2. Once again, beautiful artwork by Farid Karami. Beautiful artwork. We got to mind you, this is an alternate cover. This is an alternate cover. I do have the other covers because I did get more than one version. Yes. Give me a second. Let me get on over here. Go to my stockpile. Because they over here. We want to make sure we pull them up and everything like that right there. Yep. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting up here looking at. I know I got alternate versions of Black Panther Blood Hunt. I know I do. I that's crazy. Y'all like Theo? No, I see all this stuff over here with I bought more than one version of Blood Hunt. I did. I thought I had bought more than one version of Cheryl Lynn Eaton's run too. So let me see here. Going on over here. Nazi Boys, we can't really talk about that no more. Blade, good looking. Mr. Brian Hill did his thing. Magneto, Resurrection Addict, Magneto, Dead X-Men, Gang War Daredevil, Spider-Punk, Gang War Luke Cage. Let me see. Ultimate Invasion, Uncanny Avengers, Alpha Flight. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we was on this thing right here. Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2. Black Panther. Man, oh goodness. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's keep it going. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, man, we trying to make it do what we're gonna do. We will. So here's what we got. We know have 2 issues, the alternate cover of issue 2. We do that. No, I'm sorry. 3. We got Black. This is nice right here. We got the Black Panther from Blood Hunt reading Brian Hill's run. And yes, we do have it. We do have. Is that sealed up? Yeah, Black Panther issue 3. So yeah, we got that going on. So yeah, that was kept a lot going on in regards to that. So let's go ahead and jump to Black Panther Blood Hunt issue 2. Where it say Grace says they stay in the top of animation. She ain't waste no time in issue 2. She ain't waste no time in issue 2. Farid Karami ain't waste no time in issue 2. Right off the rip, we got Barney chasing a sister. Stay right there. Right off the rip, we got Barney chasing a sister, and it says eons ago. See this thing kind of get biblical. Eons ago, the first blasphemy. What you mean eons ago? What you mean eons ago? Because see, I read the story of Intelli. I read that. I'm sorry, Mosi. I read, what you mean eons ago? I got Mosi and I got Ta-Nehisi Coates. Bro, what you mean eons ago? You got Barney eons ago chasing a sister with shackles on her wrist. And she's yelling, no, please. She yelling for help. You need it. I don't even know how we got down there. And she's yelling for Khonshu. That's who she's screaming for. Khonshu. And Barney is like, Khonshu ain't got nothing going on down here. I'll run this down here. Which makes me ask the question, why you down there? But she like, no. And damn it. Well, she get deleted. I'm just going to say she get deleted. Khonshu pull up. He say, hey, Bass, I need to holler at you. My bad. Mistaken. No. Khonshu about to peace out. He finna go get some straight. And he like, no, you ain't gonna just take one of my worshippers like that. Say less. Bass like, no, stay your hand. And he is like, the demon acts as if a god, Bass. He must be brought down. Back by you, Khonshu, of the Enid. That's African lore. Right then and there, she trying to give us some education. Because you might not know. You might know about Roman mythology. You might know about Greek. I know you know about Greek mythology. Damn sure know about Norse mythology because it's always right there in your face. Right. Right off the rip, by you, Khonshu of the Enid. That's the East African pantheon. Do you know it? Mind you, we on page 5, page 4 or 5. Like we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Right now, you getting some African culture. You getting some African knowledge. You might not have known this before. You might not. But we just a few pages in. The Enid, East African pantheon, and the Orisha, West African pantheon. How long we been reading Black Panther comics? How long this character been around? You was this old when what? you was this old when what? That's all I'm asking. How old were you? Because we don't need to act like it was all that in the bag of chips. Right. What by you, Khonshu of the Enid, and what will the Orisha say if you exert your power in a land unspoken for, and I speak for our people? So it's safe to say right then and there, Khonshu and Bass are East African deities. Bass asked him, she said, well, do you speak for them too? If you act alone, it will be seen as a great offense. Call the others before you foolishly start a war between gods. Y'all remember that storyline? God War? Had nothing to do with this, but God War. We move back to the Mitsu Wa Dabihu. The Wakanda Nature Preserve, that's where we at. And guess who pull up? The OG sister herself pulls up. I can't wait till I get the head sculpt to make it do what it's gonna do. That song, remember that song? I can't wait. Da, 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 da. I can't wait. I can't wait. This leads T'Challa to the purifying waters of Wakanda. And she explains to him what transpired before him. She tells him these waters were once barren land. Anuke. I was 56. She got a sister named Anuke. Why I ain't never heard about this before? It ain't like I ain't been trying to keep up like many of us. It ain't like we ain't been trying to keep up. Why this the first time we hear about Anuke? Anuke flooded the region as a gift to Wakanda, a consolation for having left this realm unprotected. The Orisha and the Enid vowed that would not happen again. And yet, here you are, the last of the first. Poisoned by the venom of Barney, all due to our lack of diligence. What did I say? With all them damn abilities he got, she like, how did this happen? With all the abilities that Wakanda got, how did this happen? Some great questions being asked. The last of the first, Blade also called me that. Why? Because that is what you are. Your people, your line were the first people of this land. Somebody's saying a lot. We ain't halfway through the issue. They done said a lot between the first issue and now, and we're not halfway through the second issue. They saying a lot. Now, mind you, they saying stuff that coordinates lockstep with Karama Horn. You'd almost think they homegirls. Go write this over here. Or at the very least, they reading each other's stuff. We did not know mankind would be so inquisitive as to inspect the darkest wilderness. This is what Bast is telling T'Challa. The Wakandan quest for knowledge was initially your downfall, but it later became your greatest triumph. It was Khonshu who discovered that the first had been enslaved by Barney. First man. The demon has stolen vibranium from the fires of Ta. Ta would be one of them gods that we see standing in the background whenever we see Bass and don't be saying nothing. Just be back there chilling. Been around for a minute, ain't said or done a damn thing. That's gonna change. That's gonna change. And dare to use the metal for shackles to bind mankind and a gate from which to ascend to godhood. The demon toiled for many nights under the cover of darkness. That's what vampires do. But now that's what we've come to know them do in cinema. Jonathan Mayberry would tell you no. What the vampires are doing right now in Marvel Comics, walking around in broad daylight with no damn weaknesses, that's them for real. Yeah, that's good. Shout out to Jonathan Mayberry. The demon toiled for many nights under the cover of darkness, but when that shiny metal snared the light of the full moon, Khonshu was made aware of Barney's machinations and was compelled to intervene. So essentially, as long as Barney operated under dark, he was good. Soon as some light hit it and it came from the moon, oh, Khonshu wanted all the smoke. Such a desecration could not go unavenged. And so when Ra submerged once more in slumber, those of us, Ra, Khonshu, right. When does Ra go away? At night. That's when Khonshu come out. Those of us who guard the night gather beneath the cresting moon. Here we have a picture, and I want to make sure I show this. Gekre, Khonshu, Ta, and Issue. Gekre, Khonshu, Ta, and Issue. Now, these characters are going to play an important role as this series plays out. And, of course, you got Bass. This is Ta. A temple with the gate made from my ore. This can't stand. This ain't going to stand. This is Khonshu. And it will not. But I wanted the gods of the surrounding realms to be made aware before I act as a show of respect. It's tough. Before we act, I will be joining you. Best believe that. Best believe that. I like that. Yeah. Best believe that. Yeah. Culturally speaking, the jargon, yeah, the verbiage, I can tell. Thank you. Khonshu says, very well, Ta. Does anyone else wish to accompany us? In essence, does anybody else want to smoke? Because we leaving. Anybody else want some? Ain't no fun if the homies can't get none. Anybody else want some? Bass say, I'll go. You need eyes on the ground before the battle. My progeny will observe. You got a progeny? Okay. Gekri. Gekri will attend as well. The Orisha deserve a representative. They shall have one in me. Oh, Lord. We ain't never heard Koku say a damn thing. We ain't ever heard Koku say a damn thing. He got a lot to say in a few words. They will have two. Koku, the ever burning, will join also. Khonshu, are you certain? Because you're a god of war. You sure you want to come? Because you know you on demon time anyway. You ain't trying to talk to nobody. You not. Your presence would be a formal declaration. Like just you showing up is telling folks we're not here to talk. A claim to serve as a guardian of that as of now unclaimed land. Yeah, y'all showing up to fight for land that ain't y'all's. Cause he them. That's how it's being seen. Ty ain't trying to hear that. I'm sorry, Koku not trying to hear that. So be it, Varney. So be it. Varney must know that no demon shall ever attain godhood. It is we who hold dominion over this world and mankind. Only through trickery and theft can any demon wield a fraction of our power. He will learn our true might by feeling its brunt force. Yeah. You see how he ain't talking about talking? Did you know Koku even talked like this before then? Going back to the notes, damn, she didn't have to flex on Khonshu like that. Yeah, she flexed on, hey, no, we're not finna do that. We're not finna do that. That's coming from the Kamoyo King, Miss May Kent, all the recast T'Challa outcry. I thought that Marvel would have gave fans an anime story on TV, but no, they couldn't. Well, they do have the Eyes of Wakanda coming out in a few weeks. And folks are going to swear that's canon. It's not. They got the damn thing to do with the character, nor the stories. I'm sorry, ain't got a damn thing to do with the character, nor the story. This is just Kevin Feige and Ryan's vision. Heroes at Marvel.com. Okay to print. Go on social media. Share your knowledge in regards to Wakandan history. Don't go back and forth with anybody. If you want to say there's a difference between Eyes of Wakanda, articulate it as such. But do not go back and forth with anybody. Just put your knowledge out there on full display. Did I say it once? I said it once. I say it again because I don't know if y'all heard this. Some of us are tuning in for the very first time. According to my industry insider, despite what was put out there in the public air, we do not control the media. It's our fault that Black Panther game. They didn't say it like that. They didn't say it like that. They didn't say it was our fault. Not like that. Not like that. What they said was because of the public displeasure, basically, essentially, I'm paraphrasing. Because Black Panther fans let it be known that they didn't want a Black Panther game with all those folks in it as Black Panther, they pulled it back. So, but the next page over, we do get Bass' sister, Anuke, and Hasbro. I ain't saying, but like this could be a blood hunt figure. It could be. I mean, once again, that is some beautiful artwork by Farid Karami, right? Anuke. We get our first look at Anuke, and I don't want to just describe her as a water seductress, but like she comes up because Bass needs her sister's help in preparing T'Challa for his fight against Barney. Anuke, my sister, I know that you hear me. Please come. She come up. Your troubles must be plenty to seek one such as me, which means if you need my help, then you really need something because you know how I get down. Bass relents. Indeed, I aim to fight fire with flood. And what blaze am I to put out is what she asks. Barney, the demon's progeny has rallied. One of them has turned my champion. Here you go. And share Miss Eaton. Ooh. Hey now, Mr. Karami. Hey. Pity. He a beauty. Now you're a Black Panther fan, and you've been dealing with the stuff you've been dealing with in regards to T'Challa and all stuff surrounding T'Challa since we got that announcement on December 10th. You sitting up there, whoa. It's the guy that's checking for my dog. If you feeling some type of way about anything, you sitting up there like, my dog got options. Hold on now. Oh, he ain't got to. I know what I would want. But my dog, now I don't know. Watch this. I don't know. I can't say that Miss Eaton was aware of what was going on. But right off the rip, issue 2, not only does she introduce Bass' sister, she also introduces a potential love interest for T'Challa. You ain't got to feel anchored to one or the other. We just need to know she gave him another option. And that option, well, Anuke is a goddess, isn't she? She is a goddess, isn't she? She is a goddess, the river goddess. How did they do on Ace Ventura? You see, yeah, okay, all right. Well, pity, he's a beauty. In essence, she finds T'Challa attractive. You have to yet to tell me what I'm to do, Bass. Bass, let her know. Listen, we got to destroy the temple. Anuke said, I tried to tell y'all that. I tried to tell y'all do that years ago. Y'all didn't want to listen. Bass like, okay, whatever. We ain't got time for this right now. I need you to take my herald, get him good, so we can make it do what it's gonna do. Okay. I'm just this is the brother artwork right here. This the brother artwork right here. Like, if you ain't got the comment, you need to go get the brother. Put his foot all up in it. Toe jams, nails. Y'all know how we talk. This right here, what I want you to look at right here. Though. You see how she got it? See how she looking at it? You see how she looking at it? Now I don't know whether that's the writer's input or if that's just the artist. But you see how she looking at it? She got my dog. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something. Now I'm a man. I'm a man. You fellas, come on now, fellas, let's come on now. Come on, fellas. I'm talking to the fellas. I'm talking ladies, not right now. Come back to you. Fella, you ever had a woman grab you by your collar and pull you close? That I know it's Sunday, but low key that's a turn on. Because ladies, I ain't listen, ladies. You when you come here, grab T'Challa by the collar and pull him under the water. But say these things say, yep, see. Ronnie says we need Anuke as an action figure right now. Grace says Anuke was the surprise of the story. Yes, she was. Team Coke, yes. Come on, yo, yes, you would be Team Koku all day. Yes, you would. T'Challa should have jumped. Stop. Not doing that. Stop. Grace says Farid Karami's artwork is incredible. Yes, it is. We shift scenes back over to Burning Zaina, where we find Shuri did not listen to her brother. She don't need, between her connection with the Djalia, her being who she is, I understand the story as it was written, and I accept the story for how it was written. I do. I just know she didn't need it. So we get this. We get another young lady pulling up on Shuri. She's trying to talk to Doom. Dr. Doom tells her, because this isn't, mind you, let's think back. Doom War. She's hitting up Doom. Shuri is. This is what Vic tells her. Your lack of knowledge regarding T'Challa's whereabouts is of concern, Shuri. Wakandans are not known to leave loose ends. These are trying times. This is Shuri. These are trying times. And as your people are known to say, I am my brother's keeper. After all, Wakanda is now a free nation. This is Dr. Doom. Cheryl is writing this, by the way. How free, and we need to know writers speak through their characters. Some writers insert themselves into the story. Some writers deliver a message through the story. How free is it if the elite of your land seek Doom's assistance to escape it? That's a subliminal message. Are y'all better off without T'Challa being king? It suggests that to be beholden to a king is preferable to a small existence plagued by demons. No, that's a question. He's asking her this because while it's not Shuri, they did exile T'Challa. They exiled their strongest asset, the representative of Bass. Now, mind you, as we've discussed amongst ourselves as Black Panther fans, Wakanda as a nation prays to Bass. T'Challa is the avatar of Bass. To a degree, under John Ridley's writing, it's almost as if Wakanda, which is a religious state, turned their back on the goddess that has covered them and shifted to a more political state. I don't even know if that's possible, because the religion they still practice is bashed. So I don't even know how that even became a thing, because if you understand what's going on, John Ridley, that ain't what's taking place, because you got a lot of explaining to do via the characters. It wouldn't just be Wakanda turning their back on T'Challa. It would be Wakanda as a nation turning their back on Bast as a religion. That's kind of like America turning their back on Christ as a religion. The two are interwoven as one. And you got folks doing stuff wrongfully so based on that religion. But America, by and large, is a Christian country. So, but getting back to this story, because this tells us the research that was done by the writer. How free is it if the elite of your land seek Doom's assistance to escape it? The elite would be those who exiled T'Challa, Prime Minister Folasad, her and her minions. They would be the ones looking to escape Wakanda right now because it's under attack by vampirism, and Vic is being petty as hell. It suggests that to be beholden to a king is preferable, as in y'all were pressed so much to be this country. You might have wanted to think twice about, because you no longer have the protection of the Black Panther. To a small existence plagued by demons. Is Liberia not the true free nation? Liberia, whom Victor Von Doom rules over, is not dealing with the effects of vampirism. The true free Doom's people have no fear of the darkness, yet Wakanda cowers beneath the provisional construct to beg Doom for protection. Protection that your hastily cobbled artificial sun fails to adequately provide. This is shooting. You have done a formidable job in keeping the energies. She's paying him a compliment. I don't know when we're doing that. You have done a formidable job in keeping the energies of the dark force dimension at bay. I can admit that Liberia is the safest region by far. Who's got the most technologically advanced country? Yeah, I get it. Dr. Doom sits there, almighty sorcerer and everything like that. But isn't Zarabari in Wakanda? And how old is Zarabari? From Doom. Then you can see why Doom would not be amenable to subjecting this land to the potential risk of refugees. Since you have stated that you are unaware of your brother's location or condition, we know she's lying. T'Challa serves as an errant factor, and the people of Wakanda serve as his siren song. They shall not be allowed to breach Liberia's borders only for a compromised king to arrive at their heels, because he know T'Challa and Wakanda are one. Cheryl Lynn Eaton is telling us via Victor Von Doom that T'Challa and Wakanda are one. Back up, go all the way back to February 2018. Somebody told us that to get people to fall in love with Wakanda, we have to first get them to fall in love with T'Challa. I guess I'm not the only one that remembers that interview. They shall not be allowed to breach Liberia's borders only for a compromised king to arrive at their heels. Until you can be more forthcoming regarding T'Challa's status, Doom considers these talks concluded. Shuts it off. There is somebody that respects T'Challa in this whole mess. Damnest thing is, it's the dude that tried to take him out. It is the dude that tried to take him out. Oh, let me keep up with these notes. Let's see here. Farid Karami, art is incredible. Yes, it is great. Or getting grabbed by the zipper in the hoodie. This is also a thing. Yes, Teasel, it is. We need to hit up Hasbro and have them pack a Anuke and Blood Hunt T'Challa as action figure. That 2-pack would be nice. A Blood Hunt T'Challa and an Anuke 2-pack, that would be nice. I think people would jump on it just for the fact of how they could do that to T'Challa. Especially if you could give an unmasked T'Challa with cat eyes and pronounced canines. I think if we could do that, we do that shield, right? We get that. You get the Anuke. maybe throwing some water effects, some electrical effects. Give T'Challa with 3 sets of hands, 1 set that discharges electricity. I think we got something like that. Look at the Rock with Me Nation. We shift scene. Now we're about halfway through the book. Wakanda, the distant past. Bast and Gekray pull up. And we get to see this artwork from Farid Karami, where we see Bast shifting from her panther form to her human form. And I just want to say right here, this is probably the most look we're going to get at Bast, where her face isn't completely black. So yeah, we got that. They pull up. They got Khonshu and Koku Ta out there. Make Khonshu and Ta out there making it do what it do. With Gekray, yeah, it's all going down right here. They pulling up for the boss battle. The demon has already sired offspring, the other vampires that Varney has raised. It's hell keeping up with these names. So who pulls up on Gekray? But not Gekray. Who pulls up on Khonshu? And not Khonshu. Who pulls up? I'm sorry. Who pulls up on Varney and wants to smoke? It's Team Koku. Koku got there first. Clear, of course he was gonna get there first. Koku got there first. Face me, demon. Let yourself be humbled by the might of a true God. Khonshu want the smoke. You dare? I will destroy. Now this is a demon talking to a whole behind God. Koku, fool, you cannot destroy what is immortal. What you will never be, Koku will see to that. Varney like, bro, I ain't trying to hear all that. He jump on Koku. This is when Baz pulls up. She say, hey, while they getting into it, let's go. We got to go. We pull this over. Y'all see Baz over there in the corner? She like, hey, let's go. She in a human form. Let's peace out. We got to go. Why they getting it in? But we know who Koku is. He don't care. We get another great drawing of Baz. And once again, this is Baz in a human form. We don't get to see too much of this. This is Baz in her human form. Not black, not with the, that hairstyle with the different color. No, this is Farid Karami. This is great artwork. We see another one right here with Baz. They're protectors. Now, let's read this because, like I said, the sisters putting in work. Karama Horn, Cheryl Lynn Eaton. Baz tells her followers, hey, we got to go. Let's peace out. The followers get to the edge of the opening. They think because they see Black Panthers in front of them that they done for. Baz like, no, they with me. They with us. She tells her, shh, I'm loving this. Listen to me. For 3 days, you will follow the Panthers west. That would be the Orisha. For 3 more days, you will wait. And then all of you will return to the east. That would be the Enid. To this place, I can't. That's what one of the young ladies tell her. Somebody, one of those that used to be a captor of Barnett. Baz. She speaks confidence into them. But now, see, somebody can speak confidence into you all day. You got to receive it. You can either stay fearful and move in fear, or you can absorb the words of strength that somebody is speaking into you and move in strength. That's not the same movement. Moving in fear is different than moving in strength. One requires confidence, the utmost confidence. The other one, you don't have to have it. The other one means that regardless of what transpires, you know you coming out on top because that's that confidence. The other one, you're pretty sure you're going to take an L. Baz tells her, after the young lady says, to this place I can't. She says to her, you can and you will because I command you to. Now I'm going to tell you how I will translate that. I said I couldn't do this. I said I couldn't do it. My wife said, you can because you have the talent to do so. I will help provide the tools. But you saying you can't do it, that's not an option. I shall not be defeated is one of my wife's biggest slogans. Well, seems like that's what Baz was telling the people, the future people of Wakanda. You can and you will because I command you to. And Baz does not command cowards. Right then, throughout it, she's telling them, you're not what you think you are. You're stronger than that. You're made of sterner stuff. And I see it in you. And I'm not going to accept your vision of you. Your vision of you is weak. My vision of you is strength personified. Baz does not command cowards. Trust in me. In Yami. Yeah, that's the name of the lady she's speaking to. In Yami. Cheryl Lynn Eaton did her homework as a Black American. Cheryl Lynn Eaton did her homework as an African American. Cheryl Lynn Eaton did her homework as somebody who recognizes her heritage is from Africa. You know, where they say if your heritage is from there, you Black. Because who is Inyami? And if you say Inyami is T'Challa's mother, you can say that. But who is Inyami in African culture? Who is Inyami in African mythology? Who is she? Who is it? Who is he? Did you even know of an Inyami prior to this? Did you look up the name Inyami prior to this? Have you learned anything about Inyami prior to this? Because Cheryl Lynn Eaton in 3 short issues is telling you a lot about yourself through the titular character we claim to love. The question is, are we paying attention? Just asking. Trust in me, Inyami. The gods make a promise to all of you tonight. Those who till this land will never wear chains again. Wakanda's never been conquered. The Enid and the Orisha will see to that. Wakanda's never been conquered. And from this day forth, Wakandans will always walk free. Now, I can use that as a euphemism, if I will. Walk free. Walking free physically, walking free mentally. Three issues. 3. We move forward in time. We see T'Challa and Anuke in the water. Now, to our knowledge, now T'Challa can't breathe underwater. We've seen big cats swim in water, right? We ain't seeing none of them just hold their breath forever in the damn water. That ain't what we're doing. T'Challa and Anuke are submerged. And this right here. Shout out to Farid Karami. Shout out to Cheryl Lynn Eaton. Thank you. That right there. Now, mind you, this story comes at a time when you, as a Black Panther fan, you sensitive. Your nerves been rubbed raw. Yeah, you feeling some type of way. By now, you didn't see X-Men 97. They didn't threw T'Chaka in there and every damn thing like that. By now, you sitting up here like, what is going on with this child? Ain't nobody marrying, nothing like that. You don't know what's going on with your dude. You feeling some type of way. Your dude ain't got no ongoing comic book or nothing like that. You was hoping something was gonna come out of this and everything. And what did she do? Oh, you didn't gave T'Challa another potential love interest? You didn't gave our boy. You didn't gave our dude enough, and she ain't just a now mind you, he keep him a bad one. That's the other thing. I either got the baddest R&B singer, contrary to what some might want to say, or I got the baddest mutant in the game, or I got the baddest goddess. He keep him a bad one. He keep him a bad one. Like that. That's damn. I don't know when we gonna get the home run, but between Monica Lynn, Aurora, and Anuke. And then we know Monica Rambeau sitting out there because she low-key got a crush on him. Hasbro, y'all go ahead and hurry up and get me my Anuke action figure and everything like that there. I can piece together a Monica Lynn action figure. But yeah, I just want to have that out there. All right, Monica Lynn, Monica Rambeau, Aurora, and Anuke. I just want them options out there and maybe do like a little video and everything like that and you know how fans called in and said what they wanted to happen to Jason Todd and everything like that. Maybe the fans could do a call-in thing or email Marvel. Let me see, what is it called? Is it Marvel.com? Okay to print. mheroes@marvel.com. Okay, there we go. mheroes@marvel.com. Do a little poll and everything. You know what? I might do a poll today. Yeah, Aurora, Anuke, or Monica Lynn, because you know we got the whole. They did bury Monica Lynn with a heart-shaped herb, and they got the resurrection altar right there and everything like that. So it ain't like we can't bring her back. So yeah. I'm with all that. And we got Princess Xander. Yeah. My dog got options. Yeah. My dog got options. Here we go. I ain't mad at the first malice. See what I just said? I ain't mad at the first malice because that whole Nakia thing. Let me see what's going on over here with the first malice because it seemed like they had a little bit of chemistry too. Shout out to Don McGregor. But yeah, see. Do y'all? I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all understand what's going down. Shout out to Farid Karami one more time. So I don't know if y'all understand the picture that's going on right there, right then. She bit her lip. Now I can't speak to nobody else. I don't even know what to tell you. She bit her lip. Seductively, I might add. Boy, look here. I'm sorry. King, your artwork, oh my goodness. She bit her lip. Then grabbed his face like this. Oh my goodness. Ladies. We're not telling y'all no. No. I'm here to tell you. We might not if we vibing like that and everything like that. You bite your lip, and then it grab me. I knew he couldn't say no. I knew, and the oh my goodness, the verbiage, the words, the writing. This T'Challa, but this Cheryl Lynn Eaton writing this. She is strong, too strong for me to battle. And see, it's right here. Because I'm sitting there saying to myself, so you attracted to a woman that's stronger than you? You can't break free, and you can't break free. You can't break free, and you can't break free. Lord have mercy, Jesus. She is strong, too strong for me to battle. And so I accept the will of a God I do not believe in. Even if that blind faith leads to my death. But death is not what Anuke offers. Instead, she dangles a new form of life before me, the enduring blood of a river goddess. River goddess, storm goddess, storm goddess, river goddess, river goddess, storm goddess, 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 goddess. Got it, got it. I can sense her essence in the dark waters before me. I can even taste it. I'm telling you, okay, so we grown. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, but we grown. It's Sunday, but we grown. And this video ain't for kids. Fellas, you ever walked in, you know, when she done invited you over, she in the other room. You ain't ever been in that damn room. And she say, come on in. And it's dimly lit, candles. It smells good as hell in there. You hypnotized from the damn fragrance. The ambiance is a mug. She got on something. You hear she got some R&B music playing in the background. You suffering from damn sensory overload. You got the smell good in the air from the incense. She got on some whatever perfume she got to know to get your nose wide open. She got it on and every damn thing. She just finished taking a damn shower, a bath, so she's smelling all damn good. You got the lights flickering back and forth and everything like that in the room and everything like that. You hearing some Freddie Jackson, some Luther Vandross and everything like that there in the back. Some damn some DeBars, some Ready for the World and everything. She got it going. Wait, she ain't even playing fair. She ain't even playing fair. You know what? Anuke could have married T'Challa right then and there. He wouldn't have told her no. He wouldn't have told her no. I can sense her essence in the dark waters before I can even taste it. Miss Eden, I just want you to know, I don't know if anybody is going to recognize this when I say it, but I'm a fan of Carl Weber and Zane. I'm a fan of Carl Weber and Zane. I'm going to throw a flag on the play. I think you are too. I think you're a fan too. Now, if y'all don't know Carl Weber, if you've never read Carl Weber, you never read Zane, you don't know what I'm talking about. She do. She do. She do. Especially this right here. I drink her in and immediately understand the blood covenant's ferocity. To feed from a God, to be one with immortality, if only for an instant, creates a desire I might end worlds to fulfill. I ain't trying to start nothing, but I will go right here. I don't know if y'all see this, but she got fangs too. She got fangs too. We got options. I ain't saying nothing. We just got options. And just like that, he's transported T'Challa to that temple that they were speaking about earlier. It's got Atlantean guards in front of it. Atlantean guards in front of it. And I'm assuming somebody that looks like he could easily be a tumor right here. I don't believe that's what it is, but somebody could easily be a tumor. But in two short issues, did you ever think about what you were really getting? Did you pay attention to what you were really getting? If you became overwhelmed with the artwork, that's understandable. That's understandable. But did you really pay attention to what you were getting? And keep up with these notes here. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with the notes. Give me 1 second. Some Howard Hewitt. Come on now. What you know about Howard Hewitt? Man, come on now. Howard Hewitt. Now you said something with the Howard Hewitt. That ain't you. Peebo Bryson. We getting some nice little music up in here, ain't we? Howard Hewitt, Peebo Bryson. We got the Commodores. We got Marvin Gaye. You taking me back? Hold on. Some Billy. What my dude saying? Caribbean Queen. Billy Idol, not Billy Idol. Billy Ocean. We got some of that. Going back. Can I get some Midnight Star? Some Atlantic Star? Oh, y'all doing it right now. Y'all doing the damn thing right now. I see you, D. Steezer. Billy, I see you, D. Steezer. Billy Ocean. Yes, sir. Good Lord have mercy. You know, we was in high school waiting for the phone to open back up real quick, and then we gonna mosey on over to issue 3. Getting back in high school, we was listening to grown folk music before we supposed to, because I don't think at the age of 15 I was supposed to be listening to the Isley Brothers. I don't think I was supposed to be listening to the Isley Brothers, because they were talking about some stuff I don't think I was necessarily old enough to understand, but I was old enough to want to find out about. Yeah, I don't think that's what that was. I don't think we're supposed to be doing that, especially Marvin Gaye. Good Lord, no, I don't believe that. I could be wrong though. I think we're supposed to be listening to New Edition back then. I don't think we're supposed to be listening. Been bumping Midnight Star. Hey, that you can't help it. No parking on the dance floor. And let me hear you blow your horn. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Parking on the dance floor. Secret lovers. That's what we are. Trying so hard. Hide the way we feel. Because we both belong to someone else. But we can't let go. Because what we feel is also real. Shout out to the R&B acts, the soul acts and everything like that made our lives musical. Because that's what you did. That's what you did. So we open up issue 3. We got issue 3. Once again, great artwork. I'm loving the fact that that's a lot of blood in the water. Yes, that's a lot of blood in the water. It is a lot of bodies. A lot of bodies floating in the water. Yeah, I'm looking at that and I almost get flashbacks of when Shorty led the High Toot down to Atlantis. The water was kind of blood, kind of red like this right here yonder. Folks was floating in the water, kind of like this right here yonder, except instead of it being T'Challa, it was Shorty. That's what we had going on. Opening it up, opening this comic back up, we see T'Challa in front of the temple, and they think they ready for the smoke. Now here's the thing. They know he Wakanda right off the rip. You shouldn't have came here, Wakanda. Is it because he got on the Black Panther habit? Or are they under the impression? I'm trying to figure it out because I don't want to make no assumptions and everything. Because I know if you blue, we probably and you in the water, we probably saying you from Atlantis. But like, how, would they know it's the difference between me and T'Challa? Like, would they think that I'm Wakandan if they saw me? Just asking questions. Thank y'all so much for still being around. Y'all didn't have to do that. This is a deep, I don't want to call it a deep dive, but I did want to revisit the Blood Hunt storyline. So T'Challa is talking to these people. They're not necessarily picking up what he put down. We got 3 Atlanteans out there. And he tells them, I am not here as an act of aggression. They're like, man, you stop lying. Stop lying. Your very presence here is an insult to us. See, they ain't even trying to hear what he got to say. He like, I've only come to reclaim that which once sat upon Wakandan soil, a temple of no use to your people, ancient ruins. So the temple that Barney wants, just in case we weren't clear, it used to be in Wakanda. It was transported by Anuke. She flooded it with her river, right? Her water ability. It now sits in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, the Atlanteans they don't care. It's in their ocean. You can't F with it. T'Challa like, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But ruins or not, do you expect me to believe your people once honed Atlantean stone? Well, if we're looking at the real world aesthetics of it, Black people were here first. So, yeah. As much as I believe your people crafted the vibranium gateway before it. See, like y'all did what? With our stuff, stop it. Then we are at an impasse. That's what the Atlanteans saying. Land dweller. You calling him a land dweller, but he's breathing underwater. I don't necessarily know if the terminology land dweller still applies in this instance, because he's doing the same damn thing you do. For what the gods have returned to these waters will never be relinquished. Here go T'Challa. This is the discussion best had with your king. Yes, why not summon him? At this time frame, Namor is locked up. That's a whole different story. If you remember the Avengers storyline prior to the Jed McKay run, Namor was out there effing up. He was. Namor had some stuff he had to answer for. Well, yeah. After that run, I think it was Jason Aaron's run. After that run, they locked his ass up, which begs the question: is John Ridley's run canon or not? Say what? I said, is John Ridley's run canon or not? Because Namor is over there. Okay. So when did that whole multiversal Masters of Evil storyline take place? Did it take place after John Ridley's run? Can't be, because T'Challa is still the king of Wakanda in that run. Okay. You got Namor in there. Well, at the end of that run, Cap tells Namor he's got to turn himself in, so that Namor take a detour to Wakanda to help them out first before turning himself in. Don't know. Ain't got nothing to do with this story other than the fact Namor's not there. The Atlantean says, I do not need to seek Namor's counsel because you hold no power here. I speak to you as an equal. I don't know when that ever been a thing. I don't know when that ever been a thing. Mind you, we're not halfway through the book yet. Just want to put that out there. So, Buddy puts his hands on T'Challa and he gets electrocuted. Not just by putting his hands on T'Challa. No, T'Challa pulls a Jefferson Pierce. You're going to get this work. Matter of fact, T'Challa pulls a Jefferson Pierce on all them down there. Let's think about this for a second. T'Challa is breathing underwater, and these abilities have not been taken away. Not only is T'Challa breathing underwater, but he's also discharging electrical bolts underwater. I'm going to say it one more time. These abilities have not been taken away. In essence, they're still very much in play. T'Challa, based on his superhuman abilities, he's OP right now. If they write him right, he's whooping everybody's ass he comes across. Between his vibranium technology and his superhuman abilities, he's OP. Anyway, we go back to the Wakandan Nature Preserve. Anuke raises back up. She's having a conversation with Baz. They having a sister conversation. They are. And it ain't going, it's the typical sister conversation. Baz asked Anuke, you didn't stay to aid him in his quest, make certain that the demon's hold upon him had been severe? Anuke's response, that was never agreed upon. And I should think the gift of my blood would suffice. How much should I be expected to sacrifice for this land? After all these matters of no concern to me, T'Challa is your champion, not mine. Though perhaps if he returns, I can convince him to seek out uncharted waters. In essence, being Baz Avatar, we've said nothing about the fact since Blood Hunt that T'Challa still has the blood of Anuke running through his veins. We're not gonna act like that's not a big deal. It is. The fact that she's speaking like that, hey, maybe. Baz response, your dominion suits you, Anuke. The bow of the Nile is where you belong, for you are as slippery as a river snake. She don't deny it. She says agreed and as wet. I read Skyscraper by Zane. I did. I've read quite a few novels by Zane and Carl Weber. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna. You either have read those books or you haven't. I ain't gonna say nothing else. If you have a great artist drawing your book, 95% of the writer's job is already done. Listen, you can only get it wrong, and she did not do that. That said, we do shift scenes into the past where Koku and Barney, they going back and forth. You have destroyed my gate. That's Barney. Rob me of my godhood. That's Barney. I will obliterate every temple that bears your mark, Koku. You believe godhood to be within your grasp. You are as stupid as you are arrogant, little demon. You are a desecration, living rot, a heart that does not beat, lungs that draw no breath. Who are you to deem yourself a god, Barney? You are barely alive. I just want y'all to know. Koku not. He got Barney on his hands and knees. He got Barney on his hands and knees. He didn't come there to play around. No, he came there to handle that business. And because he's him, he's a war god. Khonshu warned that. Koku don't know when to stop. Do you wish to see the might of a true God, a power everlasting, a power to burn everything you have ever wrought to ash? Koku is going ham. In essence, Koku finna burn the whole place down. He don't care. He don't care. Bear witness, demon. You know you going ham when the gods themselves are like, Lord Jesus, have mercy. And in this picture, what he does is everybody who was not a god is instantly turned to ash from Koku. Bass, Koku, cease this foolishness. Bear witness to a force that is eternal. I did say he's a war god. This is when Ta pulls up. You have proven your worth, brother. Allow this land its rest. Khonshu, he is beyond reason, Ta. I must bring Koku down. There was another god out there. There was another god out there in issue 2. And we don't talk, like I said, because we don't talk about our culture enough, because we don't tell those stories often enough, they're not retold over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're not committed to memory, which is a shame in and of itself, because that is our culture, that is our mythology that we're speaking of. And it's a shame that it's not presented like that. Issue tells Khonshu, you cannot, Khonshu, for you do not have such power, but I do. Issue, the demon must be, this is Koku trying to reason, basically, man, let me go ahead and delete him. Let me go ahead and handle my business, big dog. Don't step in, don't step in. No, Issue is like, enough. I have seen enough. I have borne witness to your fighting and your failings. Your judgment is now at hand, and you have been found lacking. Now, the gods that Issue is talking to, Khonshu, Bast, Gekre, Ta, and Koku. See, y'all ain't effed up. Y'all ain't handled this right. We shifts in this, once again, is beautiful artwork. I don't want to belabor the point, but once again, this is beautiful artwork. This is Issue being drawn by Farid Karami and the other deities on the ground. Beautiful artwork. We shift scenes once again back to the Atlantean temple ruins, where T'Challa makes his way in, and he's greeted by some demons. They're like, hello, brother, you come to deliver us. Now, they look more or less mutated vampires, if you will, offspring of Barney, right? T'Challa come in, being who he is, Black Panther, blessed with the abilities of Bass, blessed with the abilities of Anuke. He makes short work of all of those creatures there and uplifts the temple, rises the temple. But we shift scenes again to where Issue is basically undressing the other deities. Bass looks at Koku. Look at what you've done. Koku, you know, the angry person, they never consider the repercussions and ramifications of their action. It will serve as a warning. That's all Koku got to say. Issue, no. Y'all gonna serve as a warning. Y'all gonna serve as a warning, for now you are now bound to this land. You can't go nowhere. A fitting punishment. This is what Bad's saying. He like, I'm talking about you too. Yeah. You too. On whose authority, Issue, you are not of the Ened. Gekre like, Ened says, Issue says, Khonshu, your willingness to act in service of mankind has been noted. You are free to go. You do not direct the fate of our family, Arisha. That's what Bass is telling Issue. He like, hey, a judgment has been made. Whose judgment? This talk, trying to keep stuff calm down. Enough, Bass. Issue is judgment. Fair or unfair, that's his role. In Utah, I will stay if commanded. The ore that Varney stole was my responsibility. What we say, metal, stone? Add vibranium to that mix. Accepted. You, Ta, Ogun, God of two rings, iron and gold, not stone, gold. God of two rings, iron and gold, shall now be of three. Walk freely, but tend to all hurts. I leave you to decide the destiny of this land. Orisha and Enid is one. Bass goes off on Koku. Curse you. The mortals will return in a fortnight to a land as scorched and barren as your mind. They're supposed to come back. Koku then burned it down. Bass, please. That's Gekri trying to restrain her. Unhand me, Gekri. Let me give this fool the fight he so desperately craved. I see she want to smoke. Mind you, she didn't hit him. Koku, he already on the ground. Yeah, as tough as he was against Barney, it don't look that way against her. Khonshu steps in to be the voice of reason, and it will solve nothing. None of you possess the power needed to restore this land, but you are not without family. Ra's light provides to all. Only water do you lack. Ta says, we need a new K. Bashed, then I will send for her if you wish, but given her temperament and yours, Gekri says, I do not know what will be said, is what Bass states. James Eagle in the building. What's going on? Ronnie J, Black Panther Blood Hunt should have gotten at least a 15 comic book run. I don't necessarily want to say that because she did what she did. And when I say she did what she did, she put a lot in the 3 issues. She did. What I would say is I can only imagine how much Black Panther world building, storytelling we would have gotten if Black Panther Blood Hunt would have just spilled over into a regular ongoing monthly title written by her, penned by Karami. I cannot imagine how much we would have gotten. So that's what I would say to that. But great point, Ronnie. James Eagle is in the building. What's going on, Big James? So we shift scenes. We're back to the future, present day time. T'Challa's still underwater. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but yeah, he's still underwater, as in he's still breathing underwater. Present day. Yeah. That's what that is. That's what that is. Outside of Wakanda. So T'Challa touches the temple, the doors, the blood of Anunnaki, his blood, flows from his fingertips. It activates the door. The door opens. There's a voice coming from inside the chambers. Says, hello, child. You have found us. Would you like to come to the other side? T'Challa said, no, I would not. I'm straight. The voice says, very well then. Perhaps you will feel differently once you are here. The darkness pulls at him. T'Challa says, city, the impossible city. Yes, T'Challa. Triangulate on my coordinates to teleport everything within the structure but me to the Oasis Reservoir in Central Park. Now, in essence, transport the structure, not me, to Central Park right now. In my haste to act, I have revealed whose will serve to be the strongest. Blaze, Bass, or my own. Power mass translocation, drives, retrieval enable, degrees, latitude, longitude. I use the impossible city, a sentient satellite that once pledged itself to the Avengers to do the bidding of a monster, commencing teleportation. This is the city. The city acquiesces to the profane corruption. I have fulfilled Blaze's wish. The temple is within his grasp. But the city has sown my last act of defiance within its delivery. I have given Blade what he desires most as a weapon formed against him. My only hope is that what has been granted destroys Blade as it has likely destroyed me. We see T'Challa reappear back in Wakanda. with a Nuke and Bashed looking down at him. From a Nuke, 3 times I have done your bidding, Bashed, and still receive no thanks. See, this was setting up something for Bashed and a Nuke later on down the road involving T'Challa. It's setting up something. I am grateful, Anuke. We will see how much when the spoils are to be divvied. We haven't seen Anuke since this story. Bashed either. There will be no spoils as long as Varnay's temple remains. But I thank you for giving my champion the chance to fight again. He wakes up. T'Challa. Am I dead? No. This is from Anuke. Osiris is not nearly as beautiful nor as careless with harps. She crushing on him. Goddess, 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 river goddess, storm goddess, river goddess. Well, the river goddess ain't mixing words. She's making her intentions very clear. Very, very clear. Yeah, I see him. I done had me a little taste. I wouldn't mind me some more. I don't want him to be my hero. I don't want him to be my avatar. That ain't how she looking at him. You are here in the land where you belong, T'Challa, Wakanda. Thank you, Cheryl Lynn Eaton. You are here in the land where you belong, T'Challa, Wakanda. Thank you, Farid Karami. Thank you. And there is still much work to be done, both here and afar. She has intentions. She has intentions. But for now, welcome back, my champion. Welcome home. In 3 issues. 3. In 3 issues, she undid some damage. In 3 issues. Not only did she undo damage, she brought him back home to Wakanda. Now, she's telling us in 3 short issues, Bashed recognizes him as the king of Wakanda, her herald, the ruler of Wakanda. That's what that is. So anything anybody else has to say, regardless of what any writer wants to put out there, any characters such as Prime Minister Folasar, they don't trump Bashed. That's written. Gave us the formation of the 5 tribes, where we used to call him Hunan. You got Gekri. Well, who do we think Gekri represents? That would be the Jabari. Okay, well, we got Ta, right? Safe to say Ta belongs to the mining tribe. Safe to say Anuke would be the river tribe. There's only one other tribe out there, right? The border tribe. That would belong to Koku. At no point in time whatsoever, while we've seen the faces of the avatars and everything like that, we haven't gotten them. Bashed has an avatar, a herald. Then it only makes sense for everybody else to have a herald, right? And T'Challa could be the most dominant one because Bashed is the most dominant deity there, right? But where's the formation of this super team? Because that's literally what that should be. We know this because Hunan had M'Baku. And how did M'Baku get his abilities? Well, T'Challa partook of the heart-shaped herb. M'Baku consumed the flesh of a white gorilla. We might not know that because we might not know that that's tribal. Those are customs, spiritual customs and everything like that. But that's what that is. So if we want to spin this forward, low key, T'Challa now represents the Golden Tribe, and because he has the blood of a Nuke in his system flowing through his body, this ain't been written out. He's also the champion of the River Tribe, which means should we get Black, I would like to think so, Black Panther runs in the future. You heard what Anuke told. Oh yeah, the spoils ain't been divvied up yet. Anuke now possesses the ability to call on T'Challa to a degree no differently than Bast. 3 issues. 3. 3. 3 issues. And she put a lot into 3 issues. A lot. That's to be commended. My hat's off to you, Miss Eaton. As far as Mr. Farid Karami, you did the damn thing. As far as I'm concerned, hand in hand, whatever y'all want to call it, the love for the character, the knowledge of all the characters comes through. It comes through in the writing. It comes through in the artwork. This is beautiful. To Marvel Studios, Hasbro, Marvel Legends. This is printed money. I think it's safe to say what has been going on. Shout out to my industry insider. You don't know who to listen to, which would be fine if you were a comic book fan, but you're a comic book company being ran by folks who aren't necessarily comic book fans, and you don't know who to listen to. You cannot miss with a Blood Hunt animation. A Blood Hunt animated feature. I would do it in 6 different episodes just to make sure you got what you need to have in there and everything like that. Don't try and put all that into an hour and 15-minute runtime because you're going to lose some stuff. No, you need to do this right. You need to do this right. You need to tie a toy line into it, and you need to watch that money grow. And you need to release it during the month of October. All episodes, 30 minutes apiece, 6 to 8 episodes, run it on Halloween. You can't miss. You should know that because you did Werewolf by Night. Let me keep up with these notes. We got Big James Eagle in here and everything like that. Ronnie says Blood Hunt should have got, like I said, I don't necessarily want to say that, but I will say her run should have continued. That's what I will say. Her run should have continued. James Eagle in the building, Big Gray. So listen, this was my revisit on Blood Hunt. If you have not gotten it, go pick up the trade paperback. It's 3 issues long. You should be able to get that. If you already have the comics, go back and reread the story. See if you can pick up on some things that I'm only human, I might have missed. If I missed them, you're going to find something else. And you Heroes at Marvel.com, okay to print. Heroes at Marvel.com, okay to print. Be specific, be exact. We want more of our heroes. Be specific in which form you want the heroes, because folks act like they're confused. Let it be known. Hey, we want the heroes like this. Let them know what your knowledge is of the heroes, so they will make sure that any writers they bring onto the hero in the future got to be on their game. If they're not on their game, they don't need to be on it. In regards to the Black Panther video game, and once again, Cheryl Lynn Eaton, thank you so much. Farid Karami, thank you so much. The message that Bast preached to Inyami: don't move in fear. Way too often when I'm talking to us, we speak in fear. Well, if we don't do this, then they're not going to do that. They've done it for other people. Stop saying what they won't do for us when you literally observe them doing it for others. That's part of the propaganda to get you to believe you have to capitulate. You have to compromise. They didn't ask them to compromise. They didn't ask them to capitulate. The first Batman game, Bruce Wayne. The first Superman game, Clark Kent. The first Spider-Man game, Peter Parker. Nobody had to bend the knee to get a damn thing done. Low key, if I'm reading Cheryl Lynn Eaton's run the way I'm thinking I'm supposed to, Bass, she's using Bass to tell her people, don't move in fear. This is a message from Cheryl Lynn Eaton to us as readers. Do not move in fear when it comes to this character. And we're not going to do it. You're going to do right by this character, or you're not going to do a damn thing. We don't need you, though, for the storytelling. And when I say for the storytelling, not to the writers that care, but I'm saying to the institution that wants to get it wrong. We don't need you for the storytelling. We have these characters at the house. We know the stories. So you don't get to play on fears in regards to, well, if we don't do this, we won't get it. We got it already. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 has Blade and T'Challa in it. X-Men Legends 1 and 2 has Aurora in it. So I don't need you to nerf these characters. Give me a BS representation of these characters just for me to have them in video game format. There are those that came before you where I did not have to get on my hands and knees, and they gave me everything I needed. Now, as a king who's married to a queen who has nothing but princesses, we do not get on our hands and knees, and we do not beg for anything. And that is what I believe the message to have been to us. Don't move in fear. Move in confidence. mheroes at marvel.com. Let them know what you want. Speak to it. Tell them who you want on it. Speak to it, because according to my industry insider, they want to see her on that run as well. Well, damn it, let's make it do what it's going to do. To those who have in the past moved in fear and or encouraged your brothers and sisters to move in fear, let July 6th, based on us revisiting this run, let July 6th, 2025 be, if you're watching this video, you're within the sounds of my voice, let this be the last day you say to any brother or sister, suggest to any brother or sister, again, when it comes to moving for what's right, to move in fear. Don't do that no more. That's going to let me know you didn't read this comic book. That's going to let me know, regardless of how much you conduct yourself, you say you're a Black Panther fan, you're not. That's going to let me know as a writer how much you're keeping up with the other writers' works. That's going to let me know as a proud Black person how much value you see in yourself, because we don't move in fear. Listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Miss Eaton, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Farid, listen. I don't, Mr. Karami, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see we got Dollhouse. Thank you. Let me keep up this note. Black Panther Blood Hunt should have landed Cheryl Lynn Eaton and Farid Karami. The Black Panther ongoing comic book series. I agree. Maxine Shaw, great damn right. Grand Madam Tarot is back. Thank you so much, Grand Madam, my spiritual advisor in the building. Great. So, but if you want it, you got a right to ask for it. mheroes at marvel.com. Okay to print. Let me help you out. They all over there on Blue Sky. They are all over there on Blue Sky. So if you have a Blue Sky account, there's nothing wrong with properly. No profanity is needed. None. Flooding Blue Sky with the request for not only an ongoing Black Panther, monthly ongoing Black Panther title, but with Farid Karami as the artist and Cheryl Lynn Eaton as the writer. They all over there on Blue Sky. Tom Brevoort is over there on Blue Sky. CB Sabolsky is over there. They all over there on Blue Sky. If you can't find them over there on Twitter, they over there on Blue Sky. They over there on Blue Sky. I believe in positivity. I believe in education. I believe in saying what you mean and mean what you say. Say what you want. An ongoing monthly ongoing Black Panther title with those two attached to it. Say it every damn day. And here's where I'm at with it. If we can take the social media for BS, if we can take the social media for BS, then every time we get to go, we think about going to social media to do something, go right on over there to Blue Sky. It ain't gonna take long and say, hey, mheroes at marvel.com, okay to print, attention, as a Black Panther, as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quotation, as a hashtag Black Panther fan, I would very much like to see on an ongoing Black Panther monthly title. Say it. That way nobody can act like they don't know. Nobody can act like they don't know. Nobody can act like they living up under a rock. No, let them know. You ain't got to say nothing else. Hey, at mheroes at marvel.com to print, okay to print, at ... As a Black Panther fan, I would like to have an ongoing Black Panther monthly title with at ... and at ... attached to it. Can we make that happen sooner than later? Please and thank you. Can we get a petition on Blue Sky? Oh, I don't necessarily, I would have to look at the format of it, but I know, watch this. Somebody could start that, right? And then everybody see it and share it. Or if you know everybody and their mama that's about that life, you could put that out there and add everybody that you know, and everybody just keep adding, everybody flood the timelines. Because based on my insider, here's what I believe the thing to be. As I said before, you heard me say it numerous times throughout this live, they don't know who to trust. Now, I would say that by and large, that's because there's a disconnect. And when I say a disconnect, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity that I do, I'm hoping people get it when I say it. You don't have any Black friends. You don't have any Black friends. You don't know the culture. You're not familiar with the culture. And that's messed up when you're trying to do Black characters. You don't know the culture and you don't have any friends from the culture. That is setting you up for absolute failure. And you can tell based on the way I know that character, based on some of the stuff the characters were saying, was written by somebody Black. I don't have to do none of that. Look the person up. Nope. I'm just looking at the verbiage. I'm reading it. It's somebody Black. The characters, by and large, they act like they Black. As my 13-year-old daughter would say, baby, no shade. We're just like we are perceptive readers. We're able to tell when a comic book has a Black character in it and that character is acting like a generic character. That's because the person that's writing the character doesn't know how to write them. Y'all got to do a better job. I get it. You don't know who to trust. I get it. Because everybody that sits in front of you ain't going to tell you the truth. They're not going to, some folks just going to glaze you and tell you to keep doing what you do. Well, they just saying that just so they get their clicks and likes up. That's what that is. That's your career we're talking about. That is your career. And what we are failing to understand, we're not getting it. The person that's going to keep the Black person employed is the Black person. Why? Because they got you to get the black person. If you're working in a company and you don't see your face around that often, you just here and there and bringing you in so you can bring me in. Well, that don't work if you can't bring me in. If you can't bring me in, there's no value for there to be there. And if there's no value for you to be there, well, damn, who finna represent the black character? No, so write in, let them know it's 2025, and I'm going to be honest with you. There are some people out here that are more than fine thinking we're stupid, even our own. So it's up to us to educate. It's up to us to battle that vision. So mheroes at marvel.com, at such and such and so and so, at such and such and so and so. We would like an ongoing monthly Black Panther title with at such and so and at such and so attached to it. We like that so much, we would be willing to go ahead and subscribe to it and not be checking for it monthly if you just give it to us. That's what we can do. That's the least we can do. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Kamoyo. But if y'all want me to put that, because I'm still thinking about that graph, Anuke, Monica Lynn, Monica Rambeau, Aurora, or Malice. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all thinking and everything like that. That said, we are out. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. You could have been anywhere else. This was a blast. It was informative. It was informative for me. It was informative. I liked it. That said, in the meantime, in between time, till next time, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, he who did not mind asking the tough questions. He who did not mind fighting for what he believed in. He who was like, I'm not taking on not one stereotypical role. If they can't drive, I ain't taking it. They can't swim, I ain't taking it. They can't read, no, you need to know better. Well, his performances, I'd like to think, have been about black excellence. Well, we don't honor black excellence with how can I put this? We don't honor black excellence with black any and every old thing. No, you honor black excellence with black excellence. Monet St. Croix too. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know what that whole Pietro thing was in Uncanny Avengers. I got it, but put Pietro back with Crystal. Yeah, put him back with Crystal. They got a whole child over them. A whole child. So back on over there. Let that man be with the family. He don't need to be out here running them streets. He got a whole family. I don't want y'all thinking we not still alive. We read them comics. We know he a baby daddy. We know he a damn husband. Stop acting like that. Put them back together. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like button. Share the video. Let's keep going. We at 1,300. If we want, I'm going to say it like this. Based on the information that I got this morning, we would do better as a community if we had more channels like this to where we could have honest, open dialogue about our heroes and not be pushing some agenda, somebody not just be doing it just because they want to get pop. It should be for the culture, first and foremost. Anything happens after that, it happens after that. But first and foremost, when it comes to our characters, because we're not getting them like that, and when we do get them, it ain't accurate. Well, as I said today, our superheroes don't have a PR team. Our writers, they don't have a PR team. They don't. I don't have anybody sitting here day to day discussing these heroes, what they're capable of, what their history is, and everything like that. What we do is we have folks, shout out to Layman's Journal, we have folks that are content to keep putting BS representation of us out there. And part of it is due to fear. That whole thing Grand Madam Tarot said about relatability, well, you're telling me as a writer, you don't believe or you lack the courage to put out something different. You're putting out what you're putting out a superhero poem that requires little to no damn thought whatsoever. None, especially no critical thinking when it comes to characters that look like us. No, you just take it, get it, go about your damn business. And by and large, that's all we can say. Having daughters, knowing how Riri Williams was written in the comic books, having so many of us sign off on that representation, knowing that ain't the same damn thing. We can do better. Black Panther Blood Hunt, 3 issues was the example, the shining example of what better is. That said, in the meantime, in between time, till next time, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Click, like, share, subscribe. Let's keep the party rolling. Let's push this train all the way to 1,400 and then some. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.